Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. Let's find out what is going on the Forex calendar. As you can see, there isn't any important or very important data release during the London session, so it should be quiet. However, during the New York session, we have plenty of data, so maybe it will be much more interesting than the London session. So what do we have here? We have speeches from the Fed chairperson Jerome Powell, and ECB President Christine Lagarde will give a speech 1:30. Then we got core durable goods orders and durable goods orders data released from the US. Then we have S&P HPI composite scheduled for release at 3 p.m. This data is from the US as well. Then we have another set of the speeches. We start with the ECB the Windows, then Bank of England MPC member Phil, then of course FOMC member Bullard. This is all between 3 and 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock we got CBA consumer confidence data from the US, as you can see here, and of course we got scheduled another event, new home sales in the US. There is expected a drop from 511,000 to 500,000 new home sales. And at the end of the day, 10:30, we got the API weekly crude oil stock change. So something for all of you crude oil traders interesting is here. So what should we analyze now? I guess we should take a look at the development of the bounce on the recent on the majors like euro, dollar and cable, and then of course we should take a look at the US dollar index, S&P 500 maybe, and then we will take a look at the Bitcoin as well. So let's start with euro dollar. Let's start with the euro dollar. What do we have here? Well, we got a drop, of course. We have the slide of a collapse way below the parity level. Parity level is here, thick black line at 1 euro was $1. Now the euro losing ground to the dollar, maybe like this, 9,556 pips was the low. Then we got very nice bounce. The market bounce, let me just find it out, couple of percent. It's like a 1.5%, let's say 1.5% up, and then it was capped, and we are back just about 100 pips above the recent low. So please notice the fact that we hit 200% Fibonacci extensions. However, during this kind of a collapse of the market, it's not a very good like an indicator. It's not very reliable. However, in this situation, 9,568, the low was 9,556, so only 12 pips below the target. Of course, 30 periods moving average is located at 9,791, so there's a long road towards the moving average, and of course towards the nearest important technical resistance, 9,811. The outlook remains bearish despite the fact that the market is trying to bounce from the extremely oversold conditions. It bounced only 1.5%. So that's the euro to the dollar. Let's find out what is going on cable. The bounce on the cable, as you can see, from 1.0346 was bigger than on the euro. We got around 5.66% a bounce, so that's a pretty nice bounce from the extremely oversold market conditions. 8 points on the 4-hour time frame. Now we are back somewhere around 40 on the RSI. However, we got bearish engulfing pattern on the 4-hour chart here after the local high was made at 1.0929. So this is 586 pips bounce. Very nice. However, again we got bearish engulfing pattern after 4-hour chart, 4-hour candles. We are trading way below the 30 periods moving average, way below 1.1210, which is the nearest important technical resistance. The outlook remains bearish as long as this momentum stays below the level of 50, of course, which is the negative territory. So the outlook remains bearish. US dollar index, what is going on here? The US dollar index has made another higher high. Let me just switch to the daily to see what is going on here. Very nice. High was made at 114.50, pretty much not too bad number. Into the extremely overbought market conditions, 80 points on the RSI during the recent up move. So right now we are expecting a pullback towards the nearest technical support. Let's switch to the 4-hour chart. What do we see here? We got another support, interesting support, maybe not that strong, however it's still present here, 111.79, and the local intraday support is located somewhere around 114.04. This is the local technical support. Let me just place the there you go, 114.50 is the high for this uptrend, has so far made, of course, in the extremely overbought market conditions. Now the market is coming off these levels, and between 115.02 114.50 there is almost 150 pips, so this range is pretty big. So any breakout to the downside might indicate that we are going for the bigger correction. The biggest correction so far was 1.20. This one was, I think it might be a little bit more than 1.20, 1.28. So it's, well, it's pretty the same. It's pretty much the same so far. 1.30, 1.20. Okay. This one is bigger, of course, we won't argue about that. So maybe we got just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to the upside, and it's time for the correction on the US dollar index, which means the euro dollar and the British pound might be moving higher. However, in the longer term, the outlook is still bearish. S&P 500, what is doing this market is pretty straightforward. We are going to test the lows from the middle of the June, located at 3,634. This was the level I was talking about when the market was here, and as you can see, we made it towards this level. There is a miss of like 10 pips. However, it's still something that we can treat as the test of this level. Okay, because why we didn't hit it? Maybe because it was extremely overstretched to the downside. As you can see, 26 points on the RSI on a daily time frame chart. So those levels are extremely oversold. We need a small bounce higher. So where did we go? We might go towards 3,726, 3,739. This is the nearest technical resistance zone for the S&P 500, and we should get there, and then of course a reverse. Last but not least, let's take a look what is going on the Bitcoin end. Let me switch back to the 4-hour chart, because we have a breakout from this consolidation here above the blue short-term trend line. Nice breakout above $20,000. We are testing the technical resistance at 20,200, and there is still very important zone ahead of the bulls, located between 20,580 to 20,472. If we break above this zone, then the next target for bulls is 22,410. So it's plenty of room for the bulls to run. Okay, to the upside. However, please notice the fact the market is entering the extremely overbought conditions on the 4-hour chart. So we might see some kind of a bearish activity here around these levels before the market will decide whether they want to go up or down. So this is the key zone for the day traders, for the short-term traders for now. That's everything for me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.